Current farm laws see protest of more than 35 days in India's capital. It has both pros and cons, but the most affected are women. Farm pressure group and protest have been an integral part of Indian history owing to deep-rooted structural problems of colonial extraction, manipulative cropping pattern, corporatization of agriculture, and low investment. In India, whenever we talk about agriculture, we think of man as a farmer. However, this is far from truth. Recent farm protests have seen a historical trend emerging, that of participation of female laborers, women farmers, farm widow. Globally, more than 400 million women engage in farm work, although they lack equal right in land ownership in more than 90 countries. According to Agriculture Census, 73.2% rural women engage in farming activities and only 12.8% own land holding. Ownership of land denied to women due to cultural, social, and religious forces. In India, Human Development Survey report that 83% of agricultural land in country is inherited by male members of the family and less than 2% by female counterparts. Women are left without land and are also excluded from definition of farmer. They are either labeled as cultivators or agricultural laborers, but not farmer. This take away all the benefit of government scheme. Rural India, 84% of women depend on agriculture for their livelihood. 33% are cultivators, 47% are agriculture laborers. Mahila Kisan Adhikar Manch, which is stand forefront in opposing farm bill, notes they have unequal access to right over land, water and forest. There is gendered access to support systems such as storage facilities, transportation cost, cash for new investment, or for paying off old dues, or for other services related to agricultural credit. Women farmers have been reduced to a marginal section, vulnerable to exploitation. Women farmers fear that farm law will further deepen gender inequality in the farmer sector. Mahila Kisan Adhikar Manch highlighted several issues with the law, such as lack of any mention of MSP that protect farmer from exploitation, women barely in possession as empowered agent, difficult to understand or negotiate agreement between traders and corporate entities. Farmers have least or no bargaining power in corporatization of agriculture, where corporate will decide the price with no safety net or adequate redressal mechanism for the farmers. The new contract farming rules affect small and marginal women farmers as their bargaining power at mandi decreases. Currently, less than 4% of women have access to institutional credit. Middlemen, which are now eliminated, were an important source of credit for this woman. Farm law can be beneficial in long term only if our farmer, male, female, are educated and open towards new market system. They need to understand the corporate system, and better implementation of law will only establish farmers' benefit. Otherwise, our Annadata will have to face corporatorians' harshness.